I got 2 soundtracks going. How cool is that? Welcome to the center of, oh my God, dear Lord, light. Tonight, thanks to Krista Huggins, she's always buggins. Let me see if I can get this to work. I want to see what these people are saying in this forum. Refresh. Your comments should show up soon. If not, we're going to see what's going on. So tonight, I had a request from a dear friend. Never met her. Beautiful she is. I don't know what it is with these comments. This side stuff that's supposed to move. Maybe the feed's going to start soon. Let me refresh this one. Refresh. Hey, we got that one working. Welcome to the center of light. Tonight is truly this. I'm obsessed with this thing. Tonight is truly about this. Being clear. Tonight's title is Center of Light, thanks to Krista Huggins. I said I need a title for tonight. She says, Keith, I need some tribe. Some tribe Yana Va'ij. So it's Center of Light, rise up. Hope. What is hope? Wow. We all know what hope is. But I want to get into the energy of what, at least for me, it's beautiful possibility and what it absolutely is. Center of Light, rise up, hope. I want to tell you a beautiful story. I want to tell you a beautiful possibility, a beautiful idea about a future event, which is right now. And it's called hope. Hope. Everyone that I know of right here, right now, is considering this future possibility called hope. I hope you understand. Hello, Terry LaBeouf. Hello, Indigo White. What's up, Bo? Bo, let's you and I talk. Let's get raw. Let's do a FaceTime. Let's get raw. You're a good soul, Bo. Demi. Hi, Demi. Demi. Trudy. Debbie. Gail. Steve Stone. Carolyn. Oh, it's not Carolyn Renando. It's Carolyn Osborne. Johansson Dunaway. Hello, Carolyn Osborne. Johansson Dunaway. Y'all give me a moment. I'm in my fun energy. So I'm going to copy and paste this. And I'm going to go find Carolyn Dunaway Johansson. Person. Osborne Johansson Dunaway. And I'm going to see if we're friends. If we're not friends, we are friends. Hello, dear. I remember you. Well, hello. Tonight we're speaking about Center of Light Hope. Robert, my Broham Sandwich is here. Broham Sandwich. Oh, Carolyn Renando is here. Hello, Carolyn. And Carolyn, the other night when I did this interview with Dane Dormio, something tells me you were in martial arts yourself. Would that be a true statement? Krista Huggins, Link, my dog. Oh. All right, so tonight we're speaking about Center of Light, rise up, hope. Hope. It's a beautiful possibility. Not only is it a beautiful possibility, it's here. Because here and now, we're all hoping for something. That's great. Beautiful word, beautiful story. It's a story we have not lived yet. Hope is always about the future. It's not about the past. I don't hope my past would change. Right now in this moment, I hope, well, in this moment, if you hope, In this moment, you're not the hope itself, because you're hoping for something. So it may be the next future moment, but hoping implies a wanting of something to validate to me, us, that I get what I want. Be it a car. I hope I get that car. I hope they approve me. I hope my ex-partner comes back. I hope. It's a beautiful thing. In the words of Andy, great fucking movie, The Shawshank Redemption, he says, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. And Morgan Freeman's character says, I find I am so excited, like we all are. We can't wait to get out and hug some necks and kiss some faces. Morgan Freeman's character says, I find I'm so excited I can barely sit still or hold a thought in my head. You don't want thought in your head. That's been the whole conundrum. I think it's the excitement only a free man can feel. A free man at the start of a long journey whose conclusion is uncertain. Let me read that again. That deserves a reading again. I don't know if you know this. Many people, Carolyn said no martial arts. I don't know why I connect you to martial arts. Many people don't know this. Does anyone know who wrote the book and or the movie, The Shawshank Redemption, and The Green Mile? Do you know who did that? If you know it, fantastic. It has been said for quite a long time about this author that the only reason you're always successful is because of who you are. And that author is Stephen King. So what Stephen King decided to do, under a pseudonym, he wrote The Shawshank Redemption and The Green Mile. And they were his two best works. So let me read that again. From Andy to Morgan Freeman's character. Andy is Tim Robbins. Hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. I want to interchange that word good to beautiful. Hope is a beautiful thing, maybe the best of things, and no beautiful thing ever dies. And then Morgan Freeman's character responds by saying, I find I am so excited I can barely sit still and hold a thought in my head. I think it's the excitement only a free man or woman can feel. A free man or woman at the start of a long journey whose conclusion is absolutely uncertain. What's up, Frankie Holly? Actually, I'm selling this chair. You want it? It's yours. It squeaks. I'm going to get me a no-wheel chair. They don't squeak. That's tomorrow. So thank you for sharing, Rebecca, Renee. I would like to look at this paragraph from the movie The Shawshank Redemption. Hope is a beautiful thing, maybe the best of things, and no beautiful thing ever dies. We all have hope. And hope is a very sacred thing to each and every person. It is beyond sacred. In fact, the only word that comes close to hope in the English dictionary is beautiful. Frankie, I'll contact me tomorrow. I'll contact you, or let's make contact. I'll sell you a chair. And a whole bunch of other bullshit. And by the way, I got some oceanfront property in Arizona. Oh, now I understand what he's talking about. Frankie Holly and I have this ongoing joke, or maybe he's not, maybe he's serious, maybe he wants this chair. But we have this ongoing joke between us that no one knows about, which is one room, many people. Whatever, Frankie knows what I'm talking about. So hope is a beautiful thing, and a beautiful thing can never die. And then Morgan Freeman's character in the movie Shawshank Redemption says, I am so excited because right now we are all playing in the arena of hope, are we not? And we are excited. Excited people attribute the word excited to, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm excited. It does mean that, but that's not truly what excited means. Excited means some part of me inside has been excited. It's been vibrated. So I've been excited. It doesn't mean joy, 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 happy, happy, joy, joy. It means a part of me has been stimulated. Well, Frankie says he is serious, but the joke still applies. I have two of them. I have one that's less than 6 months old. It just makes a little noise. And it's fine, but it's not fine for me when I do my presentations because it goes like bed springs. So we have been excited, speaking of bed springs. We've been excited because we have been in bed and we're going to be soon moving into spring. Thank you, Frankie. Hello, Shasha. So we have all been excited. And I don't mean excited again for those who are just walking in, as in I'm excited because I'm happy. We have been put in a place and we've become excited yet again about being out. You are not sick. You are not diseased. You are not troubled. You may have been diagnosed, you may have been diagnosed with a this or a that. You know, last night in my presentation, I said, I do certain things because of my OCD. Bullshit. I use that as a way to describe or justify my fidgeting. I don't have OCD. I am perfect in every way, just as I am. Just as you are as you are. These types of labels are detrimental. They're not good. We need to look at ourselves, hope against hope, and rise up. I'm loving this idea. Thank you, Crystal Huggins. Hope. Let's see who's here. Link, my bro. Karma Shah. Carolyn, Crystal Huggins, Trudy Glenn, Robert Harrison, Gail Page. Hello, Gail. I am working on my presentations for the cave. I got 2 copyright slaps. None on YouTube, on Facebook. Nothing against Facebook. I like me some Mark Zuckerberg. To a degree. And I understand it's for protection of the artists who've created something. But I have the license and I sent it to it, so it's being in review. So, and it's going to come back positive. I hope. And if not, I will rise up. The world is rising up. I saw this coming. Many people, many spiritual teachers, whoever you are, whatever garb you wear, have seen this coming. I don't think to the level we saw this coming that we could see. We only hoped it would happen. That it's going to happen this fast. It's exponentiating. The other day, 4, was it 4? 1 or 4, I don't remember the number. Whatever. Billion people meditated. And the Schumann resonance, the Earth's magnetic vibration, shows not only a spike, but it shows a white chart, meaning we've elevated. We have risen up. People are beginning to rise up. Like in my presentation the other night, America It's not better than anybody else. But America is the head, or soon will be, the head of the world. Not because we're better, because every body part is required for the entire global body to survive, to live. You don't have a kidney, you die. You don't have a liver, you die. You don't have lungs, you die. It just so happens that America is going to lead the way as far as being the head. India is definitely the heart. But America is rising up. The sleeping giant is becoming awakened. All these doctors, these good doctors, there's many good doctors, but I'm not that they're better than the others that are speaking out, awakening, arising. But the ones who are in the media mainstream, not mainstream media, but the ones who are illumined and awakened in the media mainstream right now, has my attention because they're bucking the current against the system. That sounds like conspiracy theory. Take it how you want. Those people who have nothing to lose, everything to lose and nothing to gain. Dr. Shiva, many of them, many, he's one of them. These people are in the inside. And they're rising up. They had enough. The Hippocratic Oath. They can't sleep well at night. Sleep. No longer time for sleep. It's time to wake up and rise. Awake and unite. And these people are coming, not out individually, but now they're creating podcasts and videos collectively saying, whatever the redonkulousness that is happening out there is not true. To some degree, there is truth in it, but it's been convoluted. So we have a pandemic. You take the dim out of it, and you're left with panic. Panic, pandemic. Simply remove this, and the word comes closer together. So tonight is about hope. Rising up. The world is waking up. Dear Lord, the world is rising up. And a much needed break Mother Earth needed from us. The skies are clearing. The waters are clearing. Our mind, what is important to us, is not only clearing, but is becoming illuminated with the pulse that only Spirit can provide. Provided we allow ourselves to live in hope and rise up. And in our rising up, I knew something will happen. And it goes beyond hope. Hope is a beautiful thing, and beauty never dies. But there's something actually more beautiful than that. So hope in this regard is truly just a stepping stone. Because I'm hoping this happens, I'm hoping this happens, I'm hoping this happens. And in the hoping, I'm opening a door to that beauty. There is something, my dear cosmic brother and or sister, that lies beyond hoping. I hope that you understand that. That takes the hope to another level entirely. No longer am I going to sit here and just hope for it to happen. I am going to do everything to make it happen. That is another word we have not invented yet. In fact, maybe we have. It's called the divine human. That in and of itself is more beautiful than we can possibly understand. Because if we can understand that fully, globally, collectively, 51%, heaven on earth will truly be established. But it's not. It's there. It's happening. It's beginning to seat itself in a very fast, cool, awesome way. Do you see it? Many people are concerned. Beautifully, I understand. And yet again, these people, in their concern, have hope. If one completely, listen to me very carefully, if one completely and solely relies on hope, it won't ever come about. It's just a simple whim, a simple wishful idea. I hope this happens. Some people take that hope as a stepping stone to go further into the field, into the volume of spirit, and allow that hope to take them further into it. Then it's no longer a hope. It's no longer hope. It's called personification, manifestation of that which I once thought I can only pray for, to becoming the embodiment itself. That's beyond simple hoping. You ever heard the phrase, hoping against hope? I hope against hope. You don't want to be against anything, not even hope. Hello, Rena. Hello, Kelly Curtis. Let's see who's here and what's happening in the room. Welcome to Center of Light. Hello, Vicky. Hein. Link says, I hope we continue to feel and nurture the heartbeat of Mother Earth. It's happening, bro. It is happening. Crystal says, no thank you. I don't know what the no thank you means. Send me a little more detail or chat me later. Link says, if the bed springs are rocking, don't bother. Carolyn Renando says, what is hope in the law of attraction? That's exactly what I just said, Carolyn. Thank you for the validation. So hope, hello Francisco, everyone, tomorrow night I'm going to interview with my brother, my second interview with Francisco Javier, and we're going to be talking about gratitude. That's sort of in alignment with hope. Gratitude is coming from this place of, I have gratitude, yes, for the things I have. Hope is somewhat like that, but a little different. Hope implies that I don't have this particular thing yet, and I'm hoping. Be it a car, be it a job, or be it something even of a greater beautiful possibility like, I hope my friends are doing well. It's always the longing of a something from a future experience. I hope versus I see my friends and family as happy, healthy, whole, and complete. Hope is a beautiful thing, and nothing beautiful will ever die. But there is another level of hope, and that is not to sit back and constantly stay in a space of simply ongoing hoping. Where does that go? Yes, God answers prayers. God, Yah. Having the mind to tap into God, Yah, Na. To sit down and meditate and pray and hope. Responsibility comes with backbone, the Va. Va is backbone. Va is taking the initiative, the incentive to move out of my hoping. But it's great. Hope is beautiful. I think as Carolyn was saying a little earlier, or she mentioned, where is hope in the law of attraction? I don't know how she meant it, but knowing Carolyn and the energy, intuition that I feel from it, that's a very phenomenal question that I'm going to volley up. Where is hope in the law of attraction? In fact, I don't think hope has any place in the law of attraction, if that's what I'm getting from her inflection. Law of attraction is not about I'm hoping, though we can pray to spirit and things begin to move and begin to happen. But in the law of attraction's point of view, hoping is not it at all. But I understand the poetry that opens up the door, which hope can do and does. Carolyn, that was very, very well said, dear. So hope really has no place in the law of attraction. So she agrees with me. In other words, she's basically saying, Keith, that is what I meant. I think that's what you meant when you said that is right, that I understand what you meant. I hope. So hope truly falls short. Hello, Rhonda. Rhonda, I sent you some well wishes. I know something is going on with you. I think someone dear to you passed. My intuition says someone near to you passed. God bless you, dear. Hope is not enough. It's a beautiful possibility. It is beautiful in every sense of the word. So let's not devalue, sully, soil hope. But instead, in hope's honor, let's offer it up even further so we can move into a greater possibility to embody that very hope. You feel me? I'm going to read something from the divine principle. Well, of course I am. It's my scripture. It is scripture, period. If you have not read this book, whether you agree with it or not is irrelevant. Read it as a fiction, a beautiful possibility. But it is congruent, which helps the energy. It's actually a Merkaba or a Makaba. It's a doorway. It's not about the text. It's about what it does to a person. It creates a beautiful hope and a beautiful, grander, expanded scope of possibility. I'll read that in a moment. Tonight is Center of Light. Rise up. Hope. It's the best of things. And no beautiful thing will ever die. And the most beautiful thing is you. Not your children first. Not your children first. You first. You. The most beautiful thing can never die, and that's you. And until we integrate, live that, how can we ever expect or hope to pass that to our children? Your children might take priority, to use a word, but you have to be priority. Anything that you take upon yourself, you give to your children in abundance or lack of, and thereof, and because. This is the level of clarity that is required from everyone. Certain things may take priority, like need to be attended to right now. I understand. I have a child. No, I don't. I have a young man. But in the grand scheme of things, you need to be priority. That way, in the raising up hope for the best for our child, as we raise them up, Center of Light, rise up, hope for the best for our children. You have to have anchored that forevermore through a level of divine clarity. That's what we're going to be speaking about in the next segment, Center of Light. Rise up. Hope is clarity from the divine principle. Let's see what we have. I want to hear some Lavender Soul. What am I looking for? Halfway through the music, you will hear my son. He was 6 months old. I pressed record on my recorder when he was crying. I didn't manipulate it. I just inserted it into the track. You will hear an absolute perfect natural cadence. Remember, the most beautiful thing that can never die is you. You will live forever. The door is open so you can become aware of your eternal life. You don't want to die an unconscious death. Eternal life does not begin when you die. Because if you believe that, when you die, if you die unconscious, How can one hope to ever live eternally? You must rise up. Rise up within yourself. Rise to the occasion. Get out of the abrasion and the invasion of the nonsense that has been infecting you and affecting you for eons of time. My dear friend, you're loved beyond measure. Going to be right back. Lavender Soul, see you shortly.
Inside. What am I hoping for? A better world, is there a cure? What can I do to help the score? I'm at a loss, I'm just not sure. What am I praying for? To see the light around the world and the people's love restored. Peace on earth, of this I'm sure. Where do you go to find your answers? There is a place you haven't tried. Your search for love is taking chances. Have you ever thought to look inside? inside.
Welcome back to Center of Light. Tonight we're speaking about hope. I want to say, everyone, please meet my cosmic sister. You are my cosmic sister and brother, but that's just kind of a lingo between her and I. Dr. Michelle Piper, Motherella, for all you mothers out there. I'm going to be interviewing, not like that. She and I are going to be hanging out. Wednesday night, 7 o'clock Central Time. And we're going to be speaking about spiritual warfare. She's on YouTube right now. She says, hello, Cosmic Bro. Everyone say hi to my brand new sister. I love what she does. She has lots of balls. She has balls. She's very forthright. She doesn't pull any punches, as it should be. Welcome to Center of Light, everyone. Tonight we're speaking about hope, rising up, a rising up within oneself. Collectively, we call that petitioning, or we call that a gathering of people rising up and rebelling. However, rebellion is fine. Anarchy is not. So where we are in this game today is we're in a place of hoping. It's beautiful. I love it. It's not enough. It's not enough. Simply not enough. We sit back and hope. And then tomorrow we hope some more. We hope ourselves to death. Everyone's saying hi, Michelle. So what happens after hope if we don't take the wheel? Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus says, I'm tired of driving. You take the wheel. I need to take a nap in the back seat on this long journey to absolutely nowhere. We keep saying, Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel. He's tired of driving. He's been up for 2 days driving from Florida to Seattle. I'm tired of driving. You take the damn wheel. So hope is hoping Jesus will drive the whole way. And he's telling you, I'm not driving anymore. You have to pick up the responsibility. That's the Va. Yah, heart, God, will, power. Na is the mind when it's clear and balanced so that the very light of Creator can move through our mind uncumbered, unfiltered. And Va says, I'm going to rise up, not in hope. It's not I hope of something. I am that something. And that something of you will always exist. You will be alive forever. Have you ever really chewed on that spiritual piece of candy? Have you ever really chewed on the idea that I'm truly going to live forever? I've always have been. I will never not be. In that very simple realization is a rising up in and of itself. How beautiful is that? You want to pour that spiritual syrup all over your ice cream, don't you? I've often said, if you want to see God, give a kid an ice cream cone. All right, let's keep moving on. Let's see who's here. Motherella says, I can't wait to hang out with Keith. We're going to have fun that you believe. I want to read something to you before I get into the divine principle, something I vesseled recently. It says, there is no harvesting a dying political field, for it is a heavily weeded farce. The hope for a fruitful world by tilling the same nutrient deficient soil inside of a dark box will always leave your crop to die on the vine, because the light is not being allowed in, and therefore able to stimulate growth in your sprouts to a full-grown plant life. Being a spiritual agriculturalist, I have learned that when one chooses to step out of that field of always hoping, one is then able to tend what is growing naturally. In this field, we should plant new seed choices in our new clarity. I love this thing. Thank you, Robert. Soil, which from the beauty of a unified humanity can fully blossom. That's pretty powerful stuff. It opens up the door, the God gate, to that which lies beyond hope. Don't get me wrong. Hope is a precious, sacred, beautiful possibility. But it's a beautiful possibility only. I have often said, if the journey to absolutely nowhere, but now here, takes 1,000 years, we got to get stepping. That first step towards that 1,000 years, if it takes that long. But passion, sincerity, humility, and vulnerability will hasten, exponentiate its manifestation. That would still be in the hope. But as we hasten, quicken the manifestation, we get out of the hope into that which is dope, dog. We become the it of it all. You are the it of it all. There is nothing else. Everything else is extraneous noise. There is nothing else. The only thing that truly exists as what we can ever deem or understand and or divinely label as the truth is your happiness. No, that's not even the right word. Is your joy, your bliss, your ecstasy. Joy is evidence of the presence of God. Are you present with the joy that belongs to you by divine birthright? So it's taking hope to the next level. And I hope you understand me. So that we all simultaneously can rise up into a greater possibility of what we call hope. Hope is an idea. It's a beautiful idea. Hello, my sister Kathy Blanchard. Kathy Boudreaux Rodrigue Blanchard. Kathy says, yes, I am present, bro. Kathy, thank you. I probably always wanted to hear that from you for years. So hope is a vision. Hope is a possibility. When do we get off of our duff, brush off our derriere stuff, and do something about it? This is truly a very powerful and important question for everyone that lives on this planet. Right now, right here in this moment, from the Divine Principle, my bestseller. So the new hope is the new sexy. And it's not simply hoping. Hope is a beautiful thing, and nothing beautiful can ever die. But it requires our full attention to give it what it actually deserves. And what it actually deserves is that. Everyone should want to become that. Clear, round, spherical understanding, a particle of God, that which is absolute awareness, so crystal clear, there's nothing in the way of it. And it moves through us in such a manner. So, what I'm going to read to you from the divine principle is about clarity. Listen to this. Open. When I say listen to this, I don't mean listen to this. I mean listen to this. I hope you do. And in such a way, you will rise up in one way or another within yourself. True faith. True faith. When you achieve absolute clarity, this is Spirit talking to me, 1996, 97. True faith. When you achieve absolute clarity, you will have it. Hope. And along with it will come all the power you need to manifest an ideal life. Faith, clarity, and power. 3 facets of my loom of life working together to weave all of creation. These 3 cannot be separated lest they cease to be. Their immutable threads spin a tapestry of conscious awareness that becomes a divine garment, being cloaked, being draped by the Holy Spirit. A divine garment for all to don. Keith, do you see the glorious pattern I am constructing here? I say, I think you're talking about unity. And God says, yes, the mighty power of all working together to benefit the all, to bring about change. It should not be hard for anyone to see that 2 is mightier than 1, 3 mightier than 2, 4 mightier than 3, to the infinity that is God. 1. Faith not only describes belief in a particular religion, it also conveys one's hope for a particular outcome. Whoa. This is where it gets really, really powerful to launch us from simple hope to the next level in rising up. Faith not only describes belief in a particular religion. In other words, my faith is Christianity, my faith is Buddhism, and so forth and so on. It also conveys one's hope for a particular outcome. This is powerful. Gosh, it's hitting me already because I know what's coming. Those who assume that results will come through blind faith or hope, those that assume that results will come through blind faith cannot see how the power to manifest only springs from absolute knowing. Yet they are willing to gamble that their expectations will pay off, that they will hit life's jackpot without realizing that they have nothing at all to back up that bet. So in this regard, as beautiful as hope is, hoping is a gamble without realizing that one has nothing at all to back up their bet. A believer hopes that his or her life will happen. A knower makes it happen by having the faith-supported gumption, cojones, balls, to go about living it. For some, their belief or hope can be a crutch for laziness. But if you want it to, belief or hope can easily become the catalyst to expand you into absolute knowing. Faith/hope can also be applied to the principle of believing or hoping in something higher than you. Many will say, but this sounds like blasphemy. I know that pondering such a thought may frighten many and may put religious leaders in a state of God panic. So to them I ask, how can such a beautiful thought about the divine nature of all generate such fear? And I say, well, haven't many religions taught that we are less than divine beings? There's a lot, so let me move through some of this. Just because they say you are inferior does not mean that you are. For I have created no one above or below another. I do not separate nor favor anything, nor am I opposed to anything. If I operated in this way, I would not be the unity that I am. To clear up this long-held misconception is the purpose of you and I, Keith's transcription. That is, to help you see all things through the eyes of love. So I ask Spirit, so what is it like to see and be in this supreme state? Spirit replies, it is simply divine. So crystal clear is my vision that everywhere I look, all I see is me. I am not the Supreme Being. I am Supreme Being. And my beingness permeates everything in creation. Like light moving through glass. Everything is of crystalline structure, I ask? Yes, exactly. From my mind, all information passes through fiber optic light branches to manifest everything everywhere all at once, illuminating me, meaning God, as the source of all that is. By purifying that within you which remains clouded and constricted by fear, you too will come to see and be in this state. And I say to Spirit, what a great session this was for me. I do believe I have much more clarity now. And Spirit responds, well, I'm very pleased, Keith, to hear that. Because if this chapter about clarity provided none, what would be the point? Just remember, we're going to use the word clarity, spelled downward, C-L-A-R-I-T-Y. C, clarity. C, call upon God in times of confusion. L, love is the power. Love is all there is. A, allow and accept yourself and all people. R, raise your vibrations by living these truths. I, intend to marry your God self completely. T, trust that all things will unfold according to why? You. It is all about you. Where there is clarity, there is absolute peace. Hello, Debbie, Danielle, Katerina, Cindy, Manoz. It's Spanish. Let's see who's here. Shasha, Renando, Leiplin, Huggins, Trotta, D'Amour, Grey Poupon, Petit-Fils, Rhonda Little, Sana, Cindy, Gail, Nathalie. Center of light. Rise up. The world is rising up. We're tired of the shit. And now we want to become the shit. The shiznit. We're going to become the Snoop Dogg. That's what exists beyond hope. Hope is beautiful. I love it. There are things in my life that I hope for. Because I'm not yet fully embodying that which I'm hoping for. There is no more time for hoping. You're not sick. You don't have cancer. You don't have the flu. You don't have measles. You don't have scabies. You don't have Lyme disease. You're not OCD. That's not what you are. That's what they call what may be happening in your matrix. And that's still not what you are. You are it. You don't hope through Lyme disease and scabies and all these things. Go, I hope I get better. You're as better as it possibly can ever get. Get it? You're not sick. You're not ill. You may be afraid, but you're not those things. But you are not fear. Though you may be afraid, you are not fear. You're the embodiment of love, and love is light. And you're 98.6 degrees of it, in fact, radiating that to the rest of the world, because if you weren't, no one could see you. You would be invisible. So let's call the truth for what it is. You are visible. I see you. I recognize you. That's not possible if you're hoping to one day manifest. I'm still hoping that God will select me to go down to earth. That means you're still there, waiting to come down to earth. Now that you're down to earth, we find ourselves still hoping. Many eons ago, we were hoping to go be one of the participants to go down to earth. Because we're not there yet, we're still hoping to do that. We did that. Hoping to do that. We did that. And now we're here. And we're still hoping again. It's the same conundrum playing itself out over and over. You don't hope. Hope is beautiful. I pray. I meditate. And I hope for beautiful possibilities that I have not yet been able to embody and align with. So in that regard, and that beautiful possibility is stating to the universe in prayer and meditation, and in all hope against hope, help me anchor this, dear Lord. Help me rise up and see that which I've not been able to see before, because I've been unclear. And now that I am clear, I see you. And I want to tell you, my dear, I see you. It feels like when I come back from this break, I'm going to go into vessel mode. I've been in vessel mode. I say that not for a showboat and bang in effect, but in effect, it does affect me when I go from me being open-eyed in this way as more of a human nature, to use words that we understand, and to getting out of what I know as me, to allow whatever comes through me, raw, spiritual, unbridled, wild and free. Like you should be yourself. You should be as raw as freaking possible with regard to being respectful. Take that how you want. Be yourself. There is nothing else. And none of us will ever choose the highest shelf that we can place ourselves on until we become raw, unbridled, and free. How about some of this? I love this song. What a beautiful song.
I lift you up to your most high. Cherish the time when you walk by. I see you in my life for all time. I've touched your face 1,000 lifetimes. I know the way you talk in rhymes. The breath you take is part of mine.
just to know you're there, just to know you're there. So here we go again, life lessons with a friend, another chance to let love in. And in another life, our eyes will meet one more time. I see you in my life for all time. As you float before my eyes, touch my hand, it makes me cry. Just to know you're there, just to know you're there. As you float before my eyes, touch my hand, it makes me cry. Just to know you're there, just to know you're there. As you float before my eyes, you touch my hand, it makes me cry. Just to know you're there, just to know you're there, just to know you're Welcome back to Center of Light. When you look at this banner, check it out. It's cool. We see something beautiful happening through the light. This beautiful flower is growing through concrete, a crack in the concrete. Hello, Sheila Gibson. Hello, Linda. She says, Yanava. Thank you, Linda. Lincoln says, this song makes my cheeks salty. So when we look at this banner, we see this beautiful flower growing through the concrete, a crack in the concrete. Hope through the light, the Holy Spirit. Gorgeous, isn't it? From the movie Shawshank Redemption, Tim Robbins, the actor, tells Morgan Freeman, hope is a good thing. maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. We can interchange hope with the word beautiful. Okay? Hope is a beautiful thing, maybe the best of things, no beautiful thing ever dies. Morgan Freeman's character says, I find I am so excited I can barely sit still or hold a thought in my head. Good, because when you hope, you have no thought in your head. You have a beautiful possibility in your heart. Hope does not exist here. That's not what hope is. Hope is not here. Hope is here. But the gig is we want to take hope from here to here to become the active participants in the awakening, peaceful, unified awakening of humanity. That is doing hope its greatest possibility. Hope can be seen as a beautiful idea, depending if one continues just to lean on it, constantly hoping. It doesn't go anywhere. You're hoping to go somewhere, but the somewhere you wanted to go is right here, right now, and it's called you. You will always exist. There's nothing else. There's nothing else that exists in the universe but you. In the absolute truth of things. Because deep within you is the one creative principle that embodies and manifests and sustains everything in existence, always has, does now, and will forever. So it's time that we move into becoming the manifestation not only of the hope, but the truth. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. God is the Alpha. God is the Omega. The beginning and the end. So what does that make everything in the middle? Your life? If God is the beginning of your life, and where you hope to aspire to when you leave, what does that make all this stuff in the middle? It can either make that stuff in the middle God, or a ridiculous, made-up, unconscious story. One lasts momentarily, and one is one of eternal glory. Hello, Joe. Hello. Saw someone else come in, but they disappeared off my screen. So tonight we're speaking about rising up. The world is rising up against the nonsense. Great. Get out of this. Get out of. I'm imploring you. I understand this is sort of a sounding board of we're gauging what's happening, but we use that to gauge ourselves. That's still hope. It's okay. We're all in transition. We're all in transition. But the mission, believe it or not, you are on a mission. Why do you think you've been born? Are you living that mission? You may not have an idea of what that is, but you actually know what that is, and I can prove it to you. Sounds arrogant, because I am right. You know what you love to do. You absolutely, bones to soul, know what you love to do. Well, Keith, I don't know yet. Yes, you do. Your life is dictated, to use a word, to you many times. What is your joy? What is your glory versus your story? I am so going to make a post about that later. What is your glory versus your story? You rise up. Center of light tonight is center of light. Rise up. Hope. You rise up beyond the hope to the next level, which does hope its due justice. I'm going to fall inside. And something comes into me. I call it me. It is me. How can it not be? What it feels like as I do this thing. Simply by intending. I want to describe to you what it feels like to me. And if you have your own way, please share it with me. I want to know about your beautiful sacred life. I do. This is what it feels like when I go into what I call vessel mode. I don't use the word channel because the word channel to me has been perverted, bastardized, and become so insanely redonkulous. Oh my God, this person is channeling. So, and until there's a better word, I will use vessel. We're all vessel. In fact, you can't live on this earth without being a vessel. How can you? Most people think they live here. and not there. But they can't wait to go back to there. You're actually already there. It's from there that allows you to be here. So you are shining down, literally, willfully, consciously up there, manifesting this embodiment. And the only thing that stops you, me, we, us, and all is that we are not seeing that. Because there's stuff in the mind. And so therefore we find ourselves always in the space of hoping. Okay, I'm going to go into vessel mode. So I want to explain, express, share with you what it feels like. This is Keith. Just me. Talking, sharing, rhyming, diming, and all that. So when I close my eyes, because I've been doing this so long, as anyone has been doing what they do for so long, they just become proficient at it. Doesn't require much. They fall immediately into the mode of being a gardener or a musician or a poet or this or that, a chef or this or that. So this is what I do, what it feels like. It's not about my way. Some people like gardening, and their first genuflection, if you will, is to get, in fact, for a gardener, a carpenter, Jesus related, just call it a gardener instead. The first thing a gardener does is what? They don't hope. They get on their knees, metaphorical knees, and do it. They get into the soil, the thick of the earth, because they want to birth something beautiful. So for me, what I do is I close my eyes. Some people get on their knees. Some people get a spade and they start digging up dirt. So in this way, in this regard, in this allegory, this metaphorical possibility, I'm going inside to dig up dirt. So this is what I do. And I will describe to you what it feels like to me, because I want you to experience what it can be like for you, that will launch you from hope and possibility to absolution. Sometimes it requires a revolution for us to get into evolution. But either way, happiness or dismay, absolution will happen. It's just that many people are trying to hasten or exponentiate its arrival. So I fall inside as I feel that there is an arrival happening within me. It immediately takes over me. It just simply immediately drapes me. Not that I'm more special than any of you. I just have been doing this thing for a long time. So it's effortlessly for me to fall into this possibility. Possibility, Spirit now speaks, is an amazing thing. Stay in possibility, even though you become the enlightenment and or the embodiment of all that is excitement for you, as your puppy dog tail wags in the window, because you know someone is going to buy you soon. Don't be bought. Be free. You have sought many things and you have been bought. You don't really want anything. There is no more hoping of things. Hope against hope. It's time you rise up within yourself, take the Yah that you are to the Na that you spin to the Va that helps you to win everything you think is beautiful and beyond. Here you sit, lit on fire. Is your fire a conflagration? Or is your fire one of initiation, integration, and a graduation? It's a very simple question. But yet, through it all, there's a fire happening. Some people get burned because they resist the fire. Some people learn, and because they do, they move with the fire. Move with the fire. In fact, they're called chefs. Has your life become a beautiful recipe? Or are you constantly being burned and or metaphorically burning your food, your sustenance? Spirit blows to you a beautiful kiss as it lands divinely upon your face. Do you see it as one of grace, or are you repulsed that someone you claim you don't know has touched you? Well, someone that you don't know, many of you has never known, has been trying to touch you for a very long time. Do you feel trustworthy? Do you feel trusting? Or do you feel must-worthy? Or do you feel like some part of you is simply decaying and rusting? All these strange, simple, funny ideas are very powerful. If you allow them to be in this hour, they will be full of divine nuggets for you. Is that what you want? Question mark. Posed. Do you suppose there's something else? Sounds like spiritual rhetoric, doesn't it? Understood. Good. Now that you understand spiritual rhetoric, you can get back to that which is beyond being the heretic. Because no matter how joyful you become, no matter how free you become, there will be those who say you are a heretic. Good. Congratulations. Now you have your validation that you've earned your accolade. Because those who are opposed of you and against you in your liberation declare to you as such. As much do you honor yourself in such a way that there is no greater possibility in the universe that could possibly exist other than the possibility of you. That's what hope is. Take it to the next level. When you move down the timeline, if that's a word that is applicable here for you, you see, you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. You're not graduating. You're not ascending. You're not becoming into the greatest possibility, as the vessel uses these words, which are intentional and make the point and are point purposeful. That's not what you are. You're actually already there. Do you see that you are actually already there? Is the question. So hope in this regard truly implies that I hope I vibrate myself in such a way that I can experience the truth of who I am. And that I am of you is the absolution of everything that sustains everything in creation. Has done, is now, and for forever be. Do you see the point? It sounds like just informational leverage. Good. If you need informational leverage, use it. Don't abuse it. Use it to fall into a greater experience. As Spirit shares with you, there is nothing you have to do. You are not sick, though you may have been diagnosed with this or that. You are not sick. That is not what you are. You are not sick. You are beautiful as you are. Completely, simply, purely, wholly. There's nothing else. You might call yourself OCD. You might say that you have this rash. You may say you have allergies. That's not what you have, and that's not what you are. What you have is potential, and what you are is that potential personified. Sounds like a simple wordplay. Yes, it is. But that wordplay will take you into the space of understanding that there's something greater I am handing to you and the beautiful you. In other words, what Spirit is saying to you is, stop it all. Just stop it all. There's nothing you have to do. You don't have to pray. You don't have to hope. Praying and hoping is a beautiful thing until praying and hoping becomes such a thing that is no longer necessary as a thing. Use it until you no longer need it. Feed it as long as you have to. And when you're done, just personify the very thing that you're hoping for. There can be nothing else. There is no other physics involved. Engage yourself, involve yourself, evolve yourself. Basically, you are transformers. You are alchemists. You are sorcerers because you follow the truth from the source. You are creationers or knowers. Do you understand? Do you understand, or do you stand under that something that is trying to lift you up, center of light, rise up, hope? Or using that very hope as rocket fuel, as a rocket under your derriere, under your butt, to launch you to something beyond just hoping, groping, and grasping on an idea that one does nothing about making happen. No matter what you say, no matter what you think, no matter what you do, if whatever you think, say, or do does not align or follow under the umbrella, the shelter of grace, if you want to use that as an idea, you're spinning your wheels. Here's the deals. You got this, you got that, you got this, you got that. You got skinny, you got fat, you got tall, you got short, you got this, you got smart. You got all these ideas. It's all noise. It's absolute noise. Follow those who lead you to the truth. Well, Yanava, how do I know who are those with the highest beautiful possibility that will lead me to the highest beautiful possibility towards the absolute truth? I'll give you an idea. Intuitively, use those that you find in your research. Your intuition will tell you. Not just because they're labeled a doctor or a proctologist who will shove a finger up your ass quicker than possible. Those that your intuition will tell you they cannot sleep at night unless they share with you the absolute truth. There's lots of information out there, but few are bringing forth the absolute truth. And how you will recognize the absolute truth is by engaging your intuition to recognize, to become cognizant of those who will not be able to sleep at night unless they tell you this something. This is what you do. This is how you find your way into the garden of forever. Or you can forever search for the garden. It's really up to you. And in all ways, it's just a beautiful story that you keep telling yourself over and over, hoping to experience the glory that is your divine birthright. So I guess the question becomes, Yanava, what is simplistically my divine birthright? You are not owed anything. Nothing at all. You are not owed anything. Nothing at all. You have to become the everything to get anything that is possible. I'm learning this myself very valuably. This is dead. This is the said. This is the new bread the sacred bread, the breaking of bread, the spiritual manna. Use the outside world to the level that you need it, to have it use whatever it can to guide you. Provide you see it. It's still just noise. It's just noise. The truth of everything is you. No one owes you anything. And not even the bad people in the world. They don't owe you anything. Rise up. Be the hope that this world so valuably needs. Your love beyond measure.